My friends, today is not just another day. Today is an opportunity. Today is a gift. And if you're willing to step up to break free from the chains of doubt, fear, and hesitation, then today could be the day that changes everything. The power to change your life is not somewhere out there. It's not in luck, not in the right timing, not in someone else's approval. It's within you, right now. Most people spend their lives waiting for the right moment, the right opportunity, the right feeling. But the truth is, if you're waiting for permission to step into your greatness, you'll be waiting forever. Because the only permission you need is your own. You were born with everything required to create the life you desire. The problem isn't that you lack ability, it's that you've been conditioned to believe you're powerless. Since childhood, you've been told what you can and cannot do. You've been shaped by fears, by limits, by other people's small expectations. And somewhere along the way, you started to believe them. But deep down, in the core of who you are, you know that's not true. You've felt it before. That fire inside. That moment where you knew, without a doubt, that you were made for something more. That wasn't a random thought. That was your power speaking to you. And it's still there, waiting for you to listen. Life doesn't happen to you. It happens because of you. Your choices, your mindset, your willingness to rise when others shrink. That's what shapes your destiny. Look at the most successful, fulfilled, unstoppable people in the world. They weren't born with more talent than you. They weren't handed a magical advantage. They simply decided. They decided they would no longer wait. They would no longer play small. They would no longer let fear, doubt, or the opinions of others dictate their future. And that decision changed everything. Right now, you have that same decision in front of you. Will you keep believing the old story, the one that says you're stuck, that you're not enough, that life is happening to you, or will you step up and take control? Because the moment you truly understand that the power has always been yours, that's the moment your life begins to change. Everything you do in life is driven by two forces, pain and pleasure. Every decision, every action, every hesitation, it all comes down to one simple question. Will this bring me pain, or will this bring me pleasure? It's the core of human behavior. It's why you avoid what you fear. It's why you chase what excites you. But here's what most people don't realize. You are the one who decides what equals pain and what equals pleasure. You've been conditioned to react in certain ways, to link pain to struggle, to link pleasure to comfort, to avoid discomfort at all costs. And that's exactly why so many people stay stuck, because they associate more pain with change than they do with staying the same. Even if they're unhappy, even if they know they need to change, even if they see their dreams slipping away. But what if you flip the script? What if you trained your mind to link pain to inaction, to link pain to mediocrity, to link pain to waking up years from now and realizing you never truly lived? What if you linked pleasure to the process, pleasure to the growth, pleasure to the moments when you push through fear and discover what you're truly capable of? Because the truth is, success, fulfillment, happiness, none of it comes from avoiding pain. It comes from using it. It comes from turning pain into fuel. When you shift your mindset, pain stops being an obstacle. It becomes a guide, a motivator, a signal that you're stepping beyond your limits, a reminder that you're growing, evolving, becoming unstoppable. The most successful people in the world aren't the ones who avoid pain. It's about being able to bow to that. It is about pushing through our fear. It is about making decisions that weigh so heavy that it even hurts. They're the ones who embrace it. They understand that short-term discomfort is the price of long-term success. They push through the struggle because they know what's on the other side. And that's exactly what you must do. Rewire your mind. Master pain, master pleasure, and instead of letting them control you, use them to create the life you were meant to live. The story you tell yourself is the story you live. Every belief you hold, every limitation you accept, every excuse you make, it all comes from the narrative running in your mind. Somewhere along the way, you created a story about who you are. Maybe you told yourself you weren't good enough. Maybe you decided success was for other people, not for you. Maybe you believed that because you failed once, you would fail forever. But here's what you need to understand. Your story is not the truth. It's just a pattern of thoughts you've repeated so many times that it became your reality. And if you don't like where you are, if you don't like what you see, you have one choice. Rewrite the story. Because nothing in your past has the power to define your future unless you allow it. It doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter what mistakes you've made. It doesn't matter who doubted you, who hurt you, or who told you that you couldn't do it. The only thing that matters is what you choose to believe right now. You can decide in this very moment that you are powerful beyond measure, that you are capable, that you are worthy, that you are not your past. You are your potential. And the second you rewrite your story, your actions will follow. Because when you believe in your strength, you start acting like someone who is strong. When you believe you're a winner, you stop accepting anything less than victory. When you believe you're unstoppable, no obstacle can break you. Everything changes when you change the script. So stop telling the old story, the one that keeps you stuck, the one that plays on repeat, convincing you that you can't, that you won't, that you're not enough. Erase it, replace it. Tell the story of the person you are becoming. Tell the story of the champion inside you. Tell the story of victory, of resilience, of a life lived without limits, and then go live it. Fear is not your enemy. Fear is not the thing holding you back. Fear is simply a signal, a message from your mind saying, pay attention. But most people misunderstand fear. They think fear means stop. They think fear means danger. They think fear is a wall that cannot be crossed, and so they stay stuck. They hesitate. They overthink. They let fear dictate their choices, their actions, their entire future. But what if you saw fear differently? What if you realized that fear is actually a compass? That it points directly to the areas where you need to grow? That it's not telling you to stop, it's telling you to step up. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, every moment of transformation lives on the other side of fear. Fear is the test. Fear is the gatekeeper to everything you want in life. You fear failure, that means success is on the other side. You fear rejection, that means connection is waiting for you. You fear change, that means growth is calling your name. The problem isn't fear itself. The problem is the way you respond to it. Do you let it paralyze you? Do you let it shrink your dreams? Do you let it keep you playing small? Or do you stand up, stare it in the face, and move forward anyway? Because courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is feeling fear and taking action anyway. The people who change the world, the people who rise to greatness, they feel fear just like you. But they don't run from it. They use it. They let it sharpen them. They let it drive them forward instead of holding them back. And that's exactly what you must do. The next time fear shows up, and it will, don't see it as a stop sign. See it as an invitation to step beyond your limits, an invitation to grow into the person you were meant to be, an invitation to prove to yourself that fear has no power over you unless you give it power. So take the step, make the move, do the thing that scares you. Because the moment you stop letting fear control you is the moment you start living free. Your life is not defined by your past. Your life is not controlled by your circumstances. Your life is created by your decisions. Every moment you are making choices. Some are small, some are life-changing. But every decision you make is shaping your future. And most people don't even realize it. They think life is happening to them. They blame their past, their environment, their struggles. They say, if only things were different, if only I had more money, if only I had more support, if only I had the right opportunity. But the truth is, nothing changes until you decide to change. Because success is not about luck. Happiness is not about fate. Fulfillment is not something you stumble upon. It is something you create. And you create it by making powerful decisions. Decisions to rise instead of retreat, decisions to take action instead of making excuses, decisions to become the kind of person who refuses to settle for less than they deserve. That's what separates those who succeed from those who stay stuck. They don't wait, they don't hesitate, they don't look outside for permission, they look inside and they choose. They choose to believe in themselves when no one else does. They choose to push forward when it would be easier to quit. They choose to take ownership of their life instead of blaming their circumstances. And when you make those kinds of decisions, everything changes. Because the moment you stop saying, I can't, and start saying, I will, you take back your power. The moment you stop waiting for the right time and start making now the right time, you shift your entire destiny. It doesn't matter where you've been. It doesn't matter what challenges you face. It only matters what you do next. So decide. Decide who you're going to be, decide what kind of life you're going to create, decide right now that nothing will stop you. Because the most powerful force in your life is the power of your own decisions. The past is over, it's done. It's written, sealed, and unchangeable, but too many people live as if they are still trapped in it. They carry their mistakes like chains. They replay old failures like a broken record. They let the weight of yesterday hold them back from the possibilities of today. But hear this now. Your past does not define you. Your past is a lesson, not a life sentence. Your past is a chapter, not the whole story. And you have the power to turn the page. Because the only thing that truly defines you is what you choose to do right now. You are not your mistakes. You are not your failures. You are not the pain you've been through. You are who you decide to become. And that decision is made in this moment. The moment you let go, the moment you forgive yourself, the moment you stop looking back and start moving forward. Because if you keep reliving the past, you are robbing yourself of the future. You cannot rewrite what happened. You cannot change what was said, what was done, what was lost, but you can choose what happens next. You can choose to break free. You can choose to stop letting old wounds dictate your worth. You can choose to stop carrying burdens that no longer serve you. Because the truth is, your power is in today, right here, right now. Not yesterday, not last year, not in the regrets that play in your mind, but in the choices you make in this very moment. You can let the past be your prison, or you can let it be your teacher. You can let it break you, or you can let it build you. You can stay stuck in what was, or you can step boldly into what can be. The only thing standing between you and the life you deserve is the courage to let go. So let go, release the pain, release the guilt, release the story that says you are anything less than unstoppable. Because you are not your past, you are your next decision. And that decision can change everything. Your life is a direct reflection of your standards, what you accept, what you tolerate, what you demand from yourself every single day. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They don't fail because they don't have the right opportunities. They fail because they settle. They accept less than they deserve. They lower their standards to fit their circumstances instead of raising their standards to change them. But the truth is, nothing in your life will change until you change what you expect from yourself. Success, happiness, fulfillment, these aren't random events. They are the result of refusing to accept anything less. Think about the most powerful, successful people in the world. Do you think they got there by playing small? Do you think they settled for average? Do you think they let excuses, distractions, or temporary comfort dictate their destiny? No, they raised their standards. They decided that good enough was not good enough. They made excellence their new normal, and that decision changed everything. You must do the same. You must demand more from yourself, more discipline, more commitment, more effort, more focus, because when you raise your standards, everything around you rises to meet them. Your habits change, your mindset sharpens, your results improve, your entire life transforms. But it starts with a decision to stop settling, a decision to stop making excuses, a decision to refuse anything that doesn't align with the future you are building. If you expect more, you become more. If you demand greatness, you create greatness. If you commit to higher standards, you achieve higher results. So look at your life, look at your habits, look at what you've been accepting, and ask yourself, is this the best I can do? Is this the best I can be? If the answer is no, then it's time to raise the bar. It's time to level up. It's time to demand more. Because the moment you stop settling is the moment you start winning. Dreams don't work unless you do. You can have the vision, you can have the desire, you can have the perfect plan, but without action, none of it matters. Because success doesn't come from wishing. It doesn't come from hoping. It doesn't come from waiting for the right time. It comes from movement, from effort, from execution. Most people fail, not because they don't have dreams, but because they don't take action. They hesitate, they overthink, they wait for the perfect moment that never comes. And while they wait, their dreams slip further away. But the ones who make it, the ones who turn their dreams into reality, they don't wait, they don't hesitate, they don't sit around hoping for luck. They take massive action, they move fast, they make bold decisions, they step forward even when they don't have all the answers, because they know that progress comes from action, not perfection. You don't need to have it all figured out, you don't need to know every step before you start. You just need to move, to take the first step, and then the next, and the next, because momentum is created by action, and once you start, you build power, you build confidence, you build unstoppable energy. But you must be relentless. You must commit fully. You must do the work when it's hard, when you're tired, when you don't feel like it, because discipline is what separates dreamers from doers. So stop waiting, stop overthinking, stop letting fear and doubt keep you stuck. You already have everything you need inside you, but the world will never see it unless you take action. Massive, consistent, relentless action. Because the ones who succeed are the ones who refuse to stand still. Success is not just about what you achieve, it's about who you become in the process. The person you are right now is not the person you need to be to reach your highest potential. Success, true success, isn't found in titles, awards, or the applause of others. It's found in growth, in evolution, in becoming the best version of yourself. Because the real reward of success is not external, it's internal. It's in the person you become when you push yourself beyond your limits, when you overcome your fears, when you face challenges head-on and rise above them. The person you are becoming is the true measure of your progress, and when you focus on your growth, the results will follow. Because growth changes everything. It changes your mindset, it changes your habits, it changes your perspective. When you commit to growing every day, you stop seeing obstacles as barriers. You start seeing them as opportunities to learn, to improve, to become stronger. You stop seeing setbacks as failures. You start seeing them as stepping stones to greater achievements. When you focus on who you are becoming, you stop chasing the wrong things. You stop chasing the approval of others. You stop chasing money, fame, or recognition. You start chasing excellence. You start chasing progress. You start chasing the person you are meant to become. And that's when the real magic happens. Because the more you grow, the more your world expands. The more you stretch yourself, the more you discover what you're truly capable of. You'll find that the dreams you thought were impossible are actually within your reach. But it all starts with focusing on who you become. When you grow into the person capable of handling success, success will come. When you grow into the person who can face adversity without breaking, you will thrive through challenges. And when you grow into the person who believes in themselves fully, nothing can stop you. The real success is not in what you have, it's in who you've become. You were not put on this earth to live a half-lived life. You were born with a fire inside you, a passion that is you to wake up every day with a mission, to pursue your dreams relentlessly, to give life everything you've got. Too many people go through life on autopilot. They settle into routine, they go through the motions, and they wonder why they feel unfulfilled. But when you live with passion, you wake up with energy, you wake up with excitement, you wake up knowing that today is an opportunity to create something extraordinary. When you live with purpose, you stop asking, "What's in it for me?" and start asking, "What can I give? How can I contribute? How can I make an impact?" That's where the magic happens. Because when you give your all, when you pour everything you have into what matters most to you, the world can't help but notice. Your passion is contagious, your energy is magnetic, and along the way, you'll inspire others to do the same. You'll become the spark that lights the fire in someone else's heart. You'll be the living example of what's possible when you show up every day with purpose and passion. When you live with passion, your energy fuels your work, your relationships, and your entire life. Your actions become purposeful, your words become powerful, your life becomes an inspiration. When you live with purpose, everything shifts. You stop settling for mediocrity. You stop wasting time on things that don't matter. You start focusing on what truly makes your heart come alive. And that's when the world starts to shift with you. You inspire others to take action, to follow their dreams, and to give their best. But it all starts with you. It starts with the decision to live boldly. It starts with the decision to live with passion and purpose. Because when you give life everything you've got, you create a ripple effect that changes not only your world, but the world of those around you. So, today is the day you make a choice to stop waiting, a choice to stop settling, a choice to step into your power, to embrace your purpose, and to live with passion. The world is waiting for what you have to offer. Your dreams are waiting for you to take action. The person you are meant to become is within you, ready to emerge. And now, it's time to give everything you've got, because the life you deserve is on the other side of that commitment. So take that step, embrace the journey, and let your passion ignite the world. This is your moment, and it's time to make it count.